Okay, so we're just going to demonstrate the NLK2 balancing procedure. So you girls are going to step me through what we're going to do. But the very first place that we need to start is...
testing the muscle.
You've got a clear circuit.
Would we start with the meta model first?
Yeah.
What's this procedure say?
So it says define the problem the client wants to work with for the session.
Cool. So we're defining the problem to start with. So Jen, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
What would you like to work on today?
Probably just the feeling of overwhelm.
Sure.
There's too much to do in the move.
Beautiful. Just wait 1 second while I find my meta model questions that you guys use. Because mine are slightly different. Okay. Anyone know what page they're on?
4 with the balancing procedures. Oh, you got that one in the middle. You play
I got that. 11. It's okay. Got it here.
We're on 11.
Yeah. Okay. So you're feeling overwhelmed. What is it that you want?
I want to be able to find a suitable home easily and move easily and freely, no stress, no worry, just happens.
Effortlessly, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Beautiful. And what do you think would happen if you had that?
Oh, it'd be nice. It'll just be nice. It'd be nice to have the ease of transition.
And do you think it would, how do you think you'd feel if you got it?
I feel a lot happier and relaxed. Stress-free.
Beautiful. Is there anything else that would happen?
I'd probably have more energy to spend on other areas of my life. Whether it's with Bentley or the business. Or study.
Beautiful. And anything else?
I think that's probably
The main
most
thing?
of it, yeah.
Beautiful. And so what do you think is going to happen if you don't get this easy transition? What do you think will
I'm going to implode. I'll drive everyone around me crazy.
Okay. Cool. And why do you think you've got this problem? Do you think of it feeling so stressful and overwhelming right now?
Because I feel I've got to do it on my own.
Okay.
I can't ask for help. I choose not to ask for help because I don't want them to say no, and then I'm on my own anyway. So I just prefer to do it on my own.
Okay. So do you think that's positive intention there?
Yeah, I think there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think it is?
I can rely on myself to do a job. I don't have to rely on anyone else.
Yeah. And is that fear of being hurt, rejected?
Rejected probably, more than anything.
And would you like to be able to ask for help and receive help?
I would love to be able to receive help. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to ask for help without feeling that I have to give back to them.
So would it be safe to say it's safe for me to ask for help without
The need to
fear of
give back.
Yeah.
I
okay.
feel like every time somebody helps me, I feel like I need to give back to them somehow.
So it's without obligation.
Yeah.
Okay, Beautiful. So what would you be willing to do to have this ease of transition and to be open to doing receiving help?
Ask for help.
Are you willing to do that?
Kinda.
Okay. Sure.
There's that part of me that's probably saying, yes, go ahead, what's to lose? They might just say no.
Mhm.
But then the other part is saying, but they'll say no.
Sure. Okay. And so what happens when that fear comes up? Is there anything that you can be willing to do when that fear arises?
I'm not sure what to do
Okay.
when it comes up. I can notice when it comes up,
Yep.
but I'm not
observe.
sure. Yeah, but I'm not sure what to do
Okay.
after that or during it, or just stop it.
Yep. Okay. And have you ever done the process of being able to feel that fear and just sit with it?
I don't think I sit with it.
Yeah.
I think I observe it and move on.
Okay. So would you be willing to sit with it and see where it goes?
Sure.
Maybe. Observe the fear and then feel it. Yeah?
Yeah,
Sit with it. Okay. Maybe.
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% on that one,
Okay.
but I can try.
Sure. Anything else you'd be willing to do to get what you want?
I'm unsure about it.
Okay. And what will you be seeing when you achieve this ease of transition in this new place? What will you be seeing?
Well, more income because my business will be doing better.
Mm-hmm.
Having a nicer property to work from.
Mm-hmm.
I'll feel better.
Okay, and what will you hear? What will you be saying to yourself? Or maybe what you'll be hearing from other people?
Well, I'm not sure about hearing.
Mm-hmm. Have you got any self-talk happening at the moment?
Not that I'm aware of. I probably know it's there, but I can't hear it.
Okay.
I
So
guess it's probably
what
a bit
if I
more of a mood.
said I have to do it all on my own?
Yeah, okay.
It's not safe for me to ask for
Yeah.
help.
Yeah,
I'll just do it.
I'll
It
just
has
do
to
it.
be me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
so what
I
if
think I skip all of that and I just do it anyway.
Okay. So would it be okay to change that to it's okay to ask for help? It's okay to receive help? I'm open to receiving help?
I think it's probably more asking for help. I'm okay when people help me on their own
Right.
doing. So if they say we're here to help you,
Yes.
that's
So it's
that's
asking.
great. But it's
Okay.
asking, I think, and then setting a day in motion for that to occur.
All right. So would we like to change that self-talk or to input that self-talk as it's safe for me to ask for help?
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Beautiful. How will you feel when you achieve this?
I feel a bit more free
Beautiful.
and not limited. So yeah,
Limitless.
limitless.
And when do you want this by?
Tomorrow.
When do you have to have it by? What's the deadline on moving out? Is there a deadline?
The deadline that I know about is about 5 to 6 weeks.
Yep. And what's happening then?
The property is going on the market.
Oh, okay. So they want that cleared. Yeah.
Well, they said that they're happy for me to stay,
Mm-hmm.
but they can't confirm whether the new owners will buy with a tenant.
Of course. And so are you wanting it to happen sooner rather than later? So in the next couple of weeks or like
I think probably a month.
a month?
I
Okay.
think a month would be a nice time frame.
Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to come up with a quick here. All right. So. Okay, so let's just run with this and see. Can you, oh, we better check first. We better do all the check-ins first. Yay! Because we've just been talking about it in the stress. Is that what comes now? Is the check-ins? Or what happens after we've done the meta model? And
They prepare the client to muscle testability.
Yep. Okay, so we're doing our switching on, making sure we've got a clear, accurate indicator muscle.
24? Yeah.
What I want you guys to observe is that if there's anything in this procedure, sorry, could you do that one for me? So we're checking our switching. That doesn't make sense to you as we go through. Okay, so, yep. And I'll check this one. We've got our central.
Number 4.
Oh, meridian reversal.
But we got just
Central.
2, no?
That's this one.
This one. Yeah, so that's just our central. I wish
Yeah.
they said
Ask
central
them
meridian on there, it would be a lot
questions.
easier.
Central, I say central
And
slash
we're just
governing,
checking.
and then meridian
Yeah.
reversal at the end. Like they've got both in there.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah, just hydration as well. Yeah, it's just central. Okay, so what's my next step, girls?
Test for 100% willingness.
Okay,
Change on all levels.
so I'm just asking that in my head, and I'm basically saying, is Jen 100% willing on all levels for this change to occur? And what am I looking for if I'm asking a question?
Lock.
Lock.
A lock.
A lock for
Did that feel like a lock
Yep.
to you? Okay, so I think we've got willingness. Yay.
Yay.
If we didn't have willingness, 100% willingness. If we didn't have the 100% willingness, what would we do?
ESR Cook's technique or an inner child
That's right.
visualization.
That's right. So we'd do ESR, Cooks, and we would get the person to check in with their inner child and have a little combo. Okay, a bit of reassurance, working out what that inner child needs, what it is that they're not receiving right now from you, and whether there's anything we can do about that in the moment. Okay. And why do we want to do that? So there's no sabotaging,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that we'll actually be able
The
to move
change will
forward
happen.
with. The change will happen easily and effortlessly. Okay, then what do I do?
Create an affirmation using the peak principles that would motivate the client to achieve their goal.
Beautiful. Okay, so I have a bit of an affirmation. I might fumble over it because I haven't written it out fully, but let's just see what we go. Okay, so could you please say for me the following? I now easily
I now easily
and effortlessly
and effortlessly
find
find
and move into
and move into
my new home.
my new home.
Woo, bit of stress. Okay. I have more time and energy
I have more time and energy
and freedom
and freedom
now to devote to my study,
now to devote to my study,
business,
business,
and Bentley.
and Bentley.
It is now safe for me to ask for
It is now safe for me to ask for
and receive
and receive
help.
help,
And I know there is no obligation
and I know there is no obligation
or expectation
or expectation
to return that favour.
to return that favour. That's a hard one. That was hard for me to say.
I was going to say, your left hand was doing this
It was
as you were saying it.
That's hard.
Do you put your hand down?
Yeah, put your hand back.
Yeah, put it down.
Naughty girl.
Naughty stick.
Big long one.
Beautiful. Okay. I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm content.
I'm content.
I am free.
I am free.
Okay. Let's roll. What's next?
Test the client stating the affirmation. At this stage of the balance, it should have a negative charge and be unlocked.
Okay. So we just tested the affirmation, each of those statements, and they were unlocking. So we know we have something to work with. Yay! All right, and the next step.
Test the client either role-playing the situation that causes the stress or doing an action which demonstrates the area where performance improvement is required.
Okay, so I'm actually going to get you to pretend I am someone that you know,
Okay.
and you're calling me out,
Shit.
Ask for it.
because this is the pain point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who am I?
You're my mum.
Okay,
That'd be the hardest one.
Really?
Yeah.
But she's quite willing to help, right?
On her terms.
Okay.
Oh, my fingers are doing the thing again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm mum. Go for it. So this is our action role play to get Jen really into that
No.
feeling of having to ask for help.
Actually, really wanting them to feel the stress, not
Oh, yeah.
visualising a positive outcome, so to speak. Is
No.
the mention.
Okay, so this is powerful. It's okay. It's okay. And this is why we bring it to the surface, because
I didn't realize it was that hard.
exactly. Yeah, and that's good because we wanted something to work with. And it's a big one.
It's palpable.
It is. And see how that meta model got us there?
Yep.
Yeah. And without that, we'd just be having her move easily and effortlessly. But by getting to the heart of that and asking why, yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm mum. Take two.
Hi, Mum.
Hi, honey. How can I help you?
I need help moving.
Okay.
On my terms.
And what are your terms?
I need you to come to my home
Mm-hmm.
and help me pack
Mm-hmm.
and put the kids in cat daycare or something.
Need your full attention?
Yeah.
You need my full attention. So you'd like me to put the kids into daycare and you need me to come and hold your hand and help you do
Yeah.
this. You need
Yeah.
to be present and devoted to you.
Yeah. And not complain about the drive.
Beautiful. How'd that feel?
Satisfying in some way.
Beautiful. Okay, but there's stress there. So we're going to try that again at the end.
Okay.
Well done. That's good. That's how action role play can be powerful. Okay. Well done. What's next?
Test how this has affected the posture, left, right, forward or backward.
Right, we actually haven't done posture yet, but I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so I'm not even sure where it is in your manuals, but we'll find it. Can you jump up for me, please?
Probably got panda eyes.
That's all right. Panda eyes are welcome. Okay, so posture stability is simply pushing our clients around. Gives us an excuse to do so. What I'm going to do is move this back a little bit and get you to move back slightly. Okay, so we have the stress online. Okay, so this is actually more of an indicator for our client that they're out of balance and that it's physically affecting them. Okay, so I'm just going to gently push you back and you're a little bit wobbly and forward. And actually you're quite strong that way, but let's try side to side. Okay, a little bit wobbly and a little bit. We're going to go back and check this at the end. So really the purpose of the posture stability is to show the person that it's actually affecting their muscle strength and their physical being strong within themselves, and that there will be a change from now and at the end. So there's a number of things that do that. The affirmation does that when it's testing weak, but at the end it's testing where it's locking. So it's unlocking at the beginning and locking at the end. I shouldn't have said weak there, but anyway, you know what I mean. Posture and also that role play. Okay, so these are all anchoring a change by the end of it. Okay, excellent. Okay, I'm gonna put that
And
down.
you just skip that step if someone was, for instance, wheelchair or
Yeah,
broken
look,
leg or something?
yes, I would probably say.
No.
Yeah.
Is there something else you could do? Like, is
Um,
there something?
push them around in their chair, in their wheelchair.
Just skip it all
Could you
together.
just
and
muscle test
muscle
it?
test.
You
Yeah,
could. It's more for them to feel it.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay, so if they can't feel it, you just skip it. And oftentimes, if I have someone on the table ready to go,
Yeah.
Mm.
And they're already
and I
listening
feel
to
like
it.
this is already implemented enough, then maybe I wouldn't do it. But it is part of the procedure, and that you'll need to know what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah. Okay, next step. This is fun.
Test all aspect overviews, MV points. If an overview unlocks, test the details of that aspect.
Okay, so we're going back to our aspects, and at this stage of the game, we have how many aspects? 4.
Yeah.
So we have neocortex,
Moro.
Oh,
Ocular
Moro,
motor and vestibular.
yeah, then
oculomotor,
yeah, and then the
vestibular. Okay, so all I'm going to be doing to start with is what? Testing the
The main one.
overview points. Well done, yes. And then if one of those unlocks, what do I do?
Then you go to the detail.
Go into the detail. Beautiful. Okay, so tell me what they were again.
Neocortex.
Neocortex,
27.
Moro.
Moro, which was the
Frontal.
fontanelles. Yep, so you'd be a bit higher for that top fontanelle. Can you reach it?
I can't reach it.
I'll do it. I got big hands. Great for water polo and basketball. What do you reckon? I think that's a bit of an unlock, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do Moro. Can you get you back up again, please, Laura?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is a falling back one.
Yeah. Okay, so up you get. So Moro is our inhibiting primitive reflex. It should be switched off. And I'm going to get you to put your arms up like that. And I'm going to get you to put your head back, have your eyes closed, and lean back into me. Put all your weight back into me. And I think we've got a reaction there.
I can feel
All right.
it as soon as you told me. I'm like,
I know. You know what's coming. All right, so jumping back up on there. Now, the only reason I'm pushing the bed out of the way is to stay in focus with the camera too, just so you know. You don't have to do this. Okay, so we know we have a Moro issue online. Okay, so you tick the box under Moro. Now, what were the others? So we had already neocortex, Moro,
Oculomotor.
oculomotor is the next one. So you can touch your temple, that'd be great, thank you. I think that's a lock. Yep. And then we've got vestibular, which is this one here. Hold. I think that one's a lock too. What do you think? No?
I thought it was an unlock.
Okay, good. So that's how checking in with your client can help too. Jen's muscle is a little bit on the tighter side, so yeah, it's tuning in. So I'm going to regularly check in with her to see what she's feeling too. Okay. So vestibular is all about our balance. So can you jump up for me, please? Excellent. So we want one foot in front of the other to start with, and we want your hands relaxed and out to the side. And your eyes open. So we have your right foot in front of your left at the moment. And how do you feel? You're kind of off to one side, a little bit skewy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel more balanced if I do that.
Okay. Yep. Interesting. All right. And can we switch feet? Yep. And again, a little bit off to the, not quite as bad.
That way.
Yeah. So I would say that's a little bit off balance. Okay, so now can I get you to close your eyes where you are? Just with that foot in front. Yeah. Okay. So we can see there's a little bit of a stress there. And can I get you to switch feet? You can open your eyes and switch your feet if you want to. Ooh. And that side's not too bad.
It's probably been the best of the lot.
Yeah, it really has, even with eyes open.
Yeah.
Yep, so for that, I would probably tick the 2 eyes open, but it was your left in front of your... Left in front of the right was eyes closed. That, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, but we know that that's a stress that we need to come back to later to check. Now that we've got that, what do we do?
Well, so test which is the priority to balance by stating affirmation aspect 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so this is where that part that I was telling you is going to come into play. So what we're going to do, remember how I said earlier about priority? And if we test something for a priority, it can often knock other things out. So what we're going to do now is draw Jen's attention to what is priority in all of those setup things that we've just done. So we've done an affirmation. We've identified 2 aspects that are an issue. And what else? Is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
Just those.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll have a lot more things in there. So what I'm going to ask for is priority, Jen. Okay, so I want your body to identify for me by an unlock. So priority will unlock whether it is, and I'm going to repeat these in my head so she doesn't know. And it's actually the vestibular system. Okay, so what was vestibular about again?
Balance.
Balance, but it's also about, I think, is it comprehension?
Yeah, comprehension, yes.
Okay. So my interpretation of that is what we're working with is that perhaps you're not comprehending that people actually don't really want anything in return.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
whole comprehension around asking for
Yeah.
help and giving and receiving and is a little bit out of whack.
Yeah.
That's just my kind of take from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be why it is. And also, I guess, being in balance with that too, from a metaphysical perspective. Okay. So, what do we do now? We've identified that it is the
It's the aspect, the priority.
vestibular
Then
reflex. Yep. So vestibular. Yep.
Then the client touches the overview point.
Yep. So you touch the overview point for me.
What's that one?
Glabella.
that one?
Yep. So we're touching the glabella, and what's happening?
You test.
I'm in a circuit retaining mode.
Okay. So we do remember what the circuit retaining means.
So you spread your
Spread
legs.
your legs.
Spread the legs.
You're rude, girl. All right. And what do I do while I'm spreading my legs?
Something negative.
You say vestibular?
I'm muscle testing it, aren't I? Yep. And so there's a stress, and I've got that now in circuit. Okay, you can stop touching that,
So
and
you
I've got an
didn't say-
unlock.
You don't have to say.
Nope,
I'm
because
asking
that's
for help.
telling
That's holding the vestibular.
that's telling the body that we're working with vestibular. I could have said it.
Whereas
That's
yours was the Fitbit.
Yeah.
Yours was a Fitbit, so you couldn't hold any part of your body. Well, you could have held the Fitbit, but yeah. Yep. Okay, so we have vestibular online. What do we do now?
Closing.
Test it.
testing.
Test
and then
which-
Test which one, because
So
we've
you
got
go
an
with-
unlock here. What are we looking for?
Lock.
Okay, so I'm going through with electrical. Would you say that's a lock? So we have electrical as a lock. So what do I do now?
Take it out.
Closing.
Drop out the circuit. Beautiful. All right, so now can you tell me what electrical corrections we have? Just
Four.
numbers are
4,
fine.
5, 8, 14 to 16.
I'd say 4 was an unlock.
Yeah.
Okay, and 4 is it switching?
Gate reflex.
Gate reflexes.
Can't
Of course it is. You haven't done it.
I was
But
going
it's
to say, we
very
haven't done that one.
relevant. Okay, what I'm going to get you to do is we'll turn to them in our books because I want to do the balance in its entirety. Jen, what I'm going to get you to do is hop up for me. So eventually your gate reflexes will be found under your electrical, and it'll be electrical 4. And I will tell you where it is. It is page 23. So I'm getting Jen to go for a little walk around the room for me and just to feel into your feet.
23.
No, 23 circuit retaining mode.
Okay, so it might be, keep going.
It will be headed up gate reflex.
Maybe it's not even meant to be in this one. But that's okay. Okay, come back here, Jen, please. All right, I'm just going to talk you through it. I think it's actually a level. Yeah, I think it is.
No,
It's
it's
meant to be a
three.
level
It's three.
3. Yeah. In mine it says level 2, but it's a level 3. That's okay. Okay, so what we're going to get you to do now, Jen, is to cross crawl in front and behind and sideways. And we're meant to have music on, but we're not going to because I'm lazy. Oh, hang on. Summer rain, bring it on. Yep, and then behind, excellent. And it could be to rhythmical music. I'm just being a little bit
Do you
lazy.
want it on or not?
Sure, go for it. And then we're going to do the, stay there just until we get the music.
Okay, how do I do it sideways?
Sideways is just our reaching
Oh,
out,
that
which
one.
is really great to music. It's our dance moves.
There we
Beautiful. You. All right, try that front cross crawl again as well. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, I think that hits the music button, but we'll need it again later. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to get you to jump back up on the table. Now, who did this last week? Who did the, no? Okay. So what we're going to do now.
Oh, the feet reflex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. We missed out this part of it.
I like that.
So what this is about, from an electrical perspective, it's actually about how our the pads of our feet and neurological connections are connecting with the earth. Okay, so that's from a physical perspective and an electrical perspective, but from an emotional perspective or a metaphorical thing, it's about moving forward. Okay, which is kind of relevant. With you. Okay, so what we're doing here is circuit locating, which is different to our circuit retaining. So it's just touching the tops of the feet, and I'm going to notice when it unlocks. So we've got an unlock there, and it's okay to actually keep the pressure on the whole way there, but just noting that there are unlocks on each of the things. So it's underneath as well as on top. And this is really just giving you an indication that there is something going on. You don't have to focus on the areas that unlock, but it's just telling us that there's an unlock there.
Yeah.
And at the end, we want that to be different. We want it to be locked. So I'm going to use a little bit of, do you have any allergies or anything? You react to anything? No, I've just got a little bit of cream.
Kate, this is still part of the gate reflex.
This is the gate reflexes, which is our electrical 4, but actually isn't part of our NLK2 database, but you know. All right, so what we're going to do is actually massage the feet firmly. There's a little diagram that you'll get, and it'll show you which points to focus on when you get it. Yeah, Trace, you could hold that up for me if you wanted to.
The one?
Yeah, that's the one. I'm just going to put a little bit more cream on. And so this is designed to improve how we're physically walking on the earth, and that our connections between our feet and our brain, the neurological connections are all there. But also, like I said, from that metaphorical kind of stepping forward. Yeah. Asking for help.
Yeah.
And are they a little bit sore?
They're a bit tender actually
Yeah.
when you're poking in.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not the best reflexologist. It was really great with one of our classes. We did have a reflexologist in there, so it was really lovely getting one from her, with Rose. Yeah, and a few masseuses. We've had a few massage therapists, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it would never come up for me. All right, so now you're going to have to walk around with sticky feet.
Yep.
But, okay. So this is the correction, just massaging them on all of those little pads, making sure we're getting onto all of those little bits of the feet. And as you can see, I'm a bit haphazard with it, but it seems to work. Okay. So we've done that. Oh, didn't really ask you where the painful points were, which I needed to. Can you tell me when I'm on a painful point?
Well, there's
All pretty
tender
painful?
in there,
Right,
yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And if you wanted to look that up, I'm pretty sure that's actually stomach.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I think so, yeah. I'm not a reflexologist, but I'm pretty sure that's what is. Okay, and what about on this one?
Was that the stomach meridian or the actual stomach itself?
Yeah.
Oh, my tummy's going.
Hello, tummy. Okay, and is that where you feel sick when you have to ask for help?
Yes.
Is that where the fear sits? And
Yeah.
then, yep. There you go. Fabulous. All right. Okay. So the next step is then to circuit locate the pads of the toes and the feet. Sorry, my hands are a bit. It's your feet.
You
though,
got
so it doesn't
my
matter.
feet on your hands now.
Okay. So you tell me if you feel, because your muscles are a bit hard to read. Does that feel locked now?
Yeah.
Great. And it felt unlocked before, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And there as well?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, if your arms are not long enough to reach, someone's a bit taller, you can self-test, okay? So you can just self-test the front of the mat. That's generally how I do it, but I wanted to demonstrate you can do it this way as well, okay? And then I'm going to get you to go for another walk. Actually, cross-crawl first to music, maestro. So cross-crawling.
Becoming very energetic.
I know.
I was hoping I was just going to lay there.
Yeah, no. Unlucky.
Go to sleep.
So cross-crawling.
Get the energetic one.
Yep. And then to the back.
I feel like I'm doing like a little disco.
Yeah. You kind of are. And then just to the side as well. Yeah. Beautiful. Excellent. All right, so just go for a little walk around for me. Notice if you feel anything different. Just gonna watch my hands. How does that feel?
I'm not as heavy on my heels
Okay, sweet.
as before. I got more of a flat land rather than before I was heavy
Beautiful.
on my heels.
Excellent. Okay. Come on down. All right. And what's our next step?
We've done the correction now.
Yep.
So when the correction is complete, retest the priority.
Okay, so what was our priority again?
Vestibular.
Vestibular. So we'll take the vestibular reflex and we've got a lock. So that means we've cleared that priority. Okay. What's our next one? What would happen if it unlocked there?
You
Go
put
back.
That goes through
You'd go
again.
back to
Yep, but what would you do first?
put back into circuit.
Put it back into circuit, yep.
And
So we'd say
reset.
vestibular again, it would unlock, and then we'd go back through these again and start again. Okay? So that is the process. Okay, so now what do we do?
Test the details of the aspect if this was the priority.
Okay, so the details was vestibular, so we're going to test you standing with one foot in front of the
yeah.
other. Yep. Just
The
see if there's an
specific ones.
improvement. Only the ones, well, look, we'll do both with eyes open.
Yeah, it was both with eyes open.
How's that feel?
better.
You're not leaning to the
Right.
side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm not as wobbly on my
Yep.
left foot.
Beautiful. And the other one?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And it was that one in front, wasn't it, with eyes closed, that was the wobbly?
Yes.
Okay, so try that for me. Yep.
I feel like I'm actually spinning
Okay.
around that way. I
Okay.
can't.
All right. All right. That's good. Jump back up and we'll just see. So I'm going to ask if there's something else that we can do because that's obviously not corrected it yet. Yes. Okay. So can we put particularly the eyes closed with the left foot forward in the vestibular reflex on. Muscle doesn't want to unlock. There's a fair bit of stress there. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's going. It's just you're resisting there. Yeah, there's the unlock. Okay. All right. So back to this. We've got it in circuit. It's not electrical. It's really slight. Are you feeling that?
Yeah.
Emotional. Ecological. I don't know why. All right, what have we got in ecological, guys?
2 through to 7.
Okay, so ecological 2. Oh, first of all,
Out of circuit.
Out of
yep.
circuit.
So we found where we're going, and we need to go down the column. All right, so ecological 2. Is it 3, 4, 5? Like
Yes,
what everything?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To 7,
To 7.
Ecological 6.
Mm-hmm. Environmental change.
Moving.
Yay.
He picked that one.
Alright, well we kind of already know that you need to do that, but let's just see. Environment change. Let's check what we need.
You have to, it's going to be good for you.
Yeah.
Alright, so first of all, it is on page 37 of level 2. Alright, and there is a list there as well. So this is really similar to our electrical in some ways, okay, but it's actually about the environment. Now, is there anything in your environment that you feel, you kind of touched on it before.
What was that?
Space
Clutter.
inside.
Yeah.
Is it clutter? Is that what it is, or is it?
It's just messy.
Okay.
There's no organisation in the house anymore. It's just, yeah. It's not cluttered with stuff. It's just not organised.
So it's more organisation. All right, I'm going to check the list first and just see. So is it something from this list? It's a yes. Okay. So I'm in the third column.
I felt that one. I felt the third one, yeah.
It's a weird one. Seat.
Which one, sorry?
Seat.
Oh, seat.
Do you have a seat that you sit in?
The couch. My car.
No, it's
My car.
Office
To
chair.
have an office chair or anything?
Office chair.
I have one, but it's cluttered. There's stuff on it, so I don't sit on it. I haven't sat on it for a while.
Maybe
I've got 3 chairs. There's a bar
Think of the
stool.
office chair for me. That's a lock, isn't it? I'm just
Yeah.
asking if it is the office
Yeah.
chair and it's a yes.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe symbolically, let's just see. Okay, so the next one is, what do we do for here? The correction is whether it needs to be changed. Now, I'm saying, does it need to be changed? So it's a question, so I'm looking for a yes or
Yes.
a no. A lock is a yes,
Yeah.
an unlock is a no.
Yeah.
So does the office chair need to be changed? And that's a yes. Is it the clutter that needs to be cleared off it that needs to change? Okay. Is it physically the seat that needs to be changed? No. Did you get that?
Yeah, but it's making me think about who I brought the chair from.
Aha, okay.
So there's a relationship behind
Right.
what had happened behind the chair.
Okay. So is it something to do with this relationship?
Not like that.
Yeah. Okay. So are you? All right. So is it to do with that? And did you have some issue with asking for help and expectations and obligations and things around that relationship? In terms of where you got the chair from?
It was a different friendship, yeah.
Okay.
And it wasn't my expectation to when I got the chair. It wasn't what I expected.
Ah.
From what I had asked.
Ah. Okay. All right. So. Could be why the chair's gathering clutter as well.
And funny enough, the whole corner
Right.
is just total. I can't get into the corner
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
Everything's been
Wow.
pushed into that corner,
Okay.
which
So it
is
needs
where
to be
most of
changed?
it. Yes.
Okay. Do we need to get rid of the chair? You don't need to get rid of the chair, but you need to clear the energy around that.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to ask actually whether you need to be balanced for it. But I feel like just cleaning up the area is probably what needs to change about the chair.
Yeah.
And your body's confirming that. Okay. Maybe do you have any sage? Or some way to energetically clear the area, bells or something like that that you could
Candle.
incense, a
I've
candle.
got incense and candles.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe just when you've cleared it, which you're going to have to do anyway,
Yep. Yep.
making sure that it doesn't move into the new space
Yep.
with that energy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, let's do the trick. Beautiful. Weird Kinesiology is weird, but see where it can take you when you're open to that line of questioning. And I find that this one particularly tends to bring up a lot of stuff. So someone's mattress will turn up, and it's a mattress they've shared with a past partner, or you know, whatever. You know, it'll go down a track that's really kind of weird. Not always. Sometimes it's just simply physical, but yeah. Okay. So let's go back to what do we do now? Because we were fixing that Moro, weren't we? Not Moro, vestibular.
Checking it again.
So we're to go and check it again. Well, first of all, I'll just ask whether there's anything else in environment, anything else in ecological, and I'll just go back to testing that one again. Yep. Okay, so we'll get you back up again and trying that one. Probably just the one in front.
The eyes shut.
With the
Yeah,
left
back
side.
foot in front. Yeah, with the eyes shut.
A bit better.
Well, it's better.
Yep.
It's a different wobble to the
You're
other.
definitely not sort of going off to the side.
Yeah, it's manageable.
Yeah. It felt like you needed to centre yourself before you closed your eyes because you just jumped straight up off the table as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Feel better?
Yeah.
Okay. Jump back up and we'll test it again and make sure. And then what do we do?
You've got to test whether it's locked or unlocked now.
Okay. We're
It's
locked.
locking. So negative charge is cleared. Yep. Test the details of the aspect if this was the priority.
Yep, you've done that.
Proceed.
Yep.
Okay.
Then
So
affirmations now.
retest all other areas which had a negative charge.
Okay, so the retest the other areas, which were the Moro. Yep.
Yeah. Point
To
that,
see whether we still need to do that. What's that feel like?
That feels like a lock.
Lock to me, yeah. And let's have a look at the affirmation as well. So just feel into that affirmation. You probably can't remember the details, but just see whether that's locking. And that's locking. So you can see that by doing the priority,
Clears all the rest.
we're clearing the rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
The role play, call mum again.
Yes. We'll get to that. Is that next?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi honey.
Hi, Mum. I need help. I
Okay.
need you to drive over and not complain about the drive, and come help me pack
Okay.
and clean.
Beautiful. No worries, honey.
Awesome.
You're my daughter.
I'll see you tomorrow.
And put the kids into daycare.
Put the kids into daycare.
I need you to
Or
raise
after
attention.
school or something.
I need some help.
Yeah.
How did that feel saying
That
that?
was really good.
Yeah. Did you notice your
Yeah.
muscle before was like?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's go back to the affirmation if I can remember it. Is that next? Affirmation next?
You've done it. You got her to focus. No more.
I did, but I'll get her to repeat it
Okay.
as well because we
Yeah.
test it. Yeah. Anything else? We need to do posture, but we might do that as the last one.
Okay.
Okay. Here it is. Becomes a bit of a. You would think this bench would be long enough for me to. All right. So, I now easily
I now easily
and effortlessly
and effortlessly
find
find
and move
and move
into my new home.
into my new home.
Feel like a lock?
Yep.
Beautiful. I now have the time
I now have the time
and energy
and energy
and freedom
and freedom
to devote to my study,
to devote to my study,
my business,
my business,
and to Bentley.
and Bentley.
Beautiful. Feel like a lock?
Yep.
It is safe for me
It is safe for me
to ask for
to ask for
and receive help
and receive help
without obligation
without obligation
or an expectation in return.
or expectation in return.
Beautiful. That could have been worded a little better, but anyway, we know the general
Yeah.
feeling of it. How did that feel?
A little tough, but easier.
And that's understandable. We've only
Yeah.
just worked on it, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. But that was a lock?
Yeah,
Beautiful. Okay. I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I'm content.
I'm content.
I'm free.
I'm free.
And they felt like locks.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, one last test. Let's get you up and we'll do the
Push me around.
Push you around. Okay. And so just testing this posture stability. Feeling all right? Yep. That's definitely a lot. It wasn't too bad the forward. That's a lot more strong.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
Stronger.
Yes.
Woohoo! Standing strong. from, lovey? Awesome. So ringing your mum tonight?
Ringing mum.
All right. So that is our NLK2 balancing procedure. You need to go? Okay. See you next week.
Thank you.
See you later.